guys, this is the marble page that I told you about. It's like sticky at the back, and what I do is basically stick it on. It allows me to play around and like change my decor. So for summer, I'll be stripping that out and putting like a floral one on. So that's what I'm doing now. This is the side where I haven't really done much stripping yet. That's on that end. So that's it, just a paper. Okay, so this is the side table that I've ripped the marble off exactly the way I did, and now I'm just gonna stick it on as well. I've already done the other table. I'll show you guys now. So the things you will need to do a DIY like that for whatever you want to stick this on is your paper. However, make sure you have enough of that, and then you will need a laser blade. It makes things so much easier, and scissors with preferably that type of like curvy end to it, because that's what we use to press in corners and stuff. So those are the things that you will need for that, to like cover up whatever surface with like vinyl. So we're gonna get started now, and I'll show you how to do it. This laser blade makes it cutting really quick. So you wanna you wanna take the stick, you want to take the back end off, like peel it, and then just a tiny bit though, like not entirely all of it. This is hard to do alone. It's probably better like having two people doing it, you know, but like obviously somebody has to film me, so it's way easier. And especially if you're gonna be tackling like a bigger surface, you just want it to, so what you do is you start sticking there. Make sure it's correct on both ends. I don't really use measurements, so I just wing it, because I'm lazy like that. So you stick it on one end, and while the other person pulls along, especially if it's a big surface, oops, then you can Michael, can you actually, you're gonna have to hold this, like hold this here, hold it with one hand. Yeah, literally you literally need somebody, because even with it, I actually thought with a small surface it's gonna work, but this is also the problem of winging it. Please don't pull it too hard. You're doing it. I know you're doing two things at once. It's harder. See how easier it is when somebody else is holding, like you can actually pull along than alone. It's definitely difficult alone. I wouldn't attempt it, especially if you don't have like more of the paper to like ruin and then redo again. I would not try it at all myself. And that's it. You want to just keep brushing through. That's enough. I think I can take it from here. You want to just keep making sure like you're brushing through, and it's actually surprising how hard it is to do with a small surface alone anyway. I thought you were the useless side man. Clearly I got it wrong. And then you want to pull the rest of it off. Now you want to stick it on the side as well to cover, oops, Again, I'm butchering this, like doing with real, like just being a absolute. And then you want to do that. Tricks I've learned for the corners. You want to use now your laser blade to cut through the corner, because literally it makes it so much easier. Just do the same thing for every corner. It makes it like really easy to deal with. So I'm doing the 4 corners. And then you wanna again pull along, stick down, make sure it's, you know. And what this razor does for you that is hard to achieve with any other thing is now that when you've stuck it down like that, you can literally just glide the blade along there, and it literally just takes off. A scissors will make it as clean as if you use a laser blade. So you stick that down there and you just cut off the excesses as well. This could be stuck in. If you can see, the drawer doesn't have a leveling, a difference. This again is where that scissors is so, like that razor is so, because you cut along in between the where again scissors won't do it as clean. You just keep cutting along the whole thing and then you take off the excess. It's like so much easier than, there it is. And it's just so much cleaner and better, like that, done that way. You do that the whole way around. So guys, this is what it looks like after. Another thing I wanted to do with them is make the fabric a little bit different so they're not like identical. If you can see, the line here goes across while the line there goes in the middle, exactly where I'm pointing. So I wanted them to just have that little bit of difference because this is like modern rustic. I didn't want it to be exactly the same. I didn't care. If they were exactly the same, I wouldn't care, but I just think that like it's turned out better that way.